The World Government Summit introduced the New World Order way back in March 2022. And this is where the world is headed. Pope is building a tower of ecumenism in the final days. Will you stand with Babylon or the Bible? Welcome to Truth in Bible Prophecy. Kindly include our ministry in your prayers. Kindly share this video and subscribe to this Christian channel. This one is called Pope's Tower of Babel.
Are we ready for a new world order?
Whether we like it or not, the new world order will dictate how things go.
Matthew 24 verse 15. Therefore, when you see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet standing in the holy place, whoever reads, let him understand. Last March 29 to 30, 2022, the World Government Summit 2022 was held exceptionally in tandem with the closing of Expo 2020 Dubai, the largest event of its kind that brings the world together under the theme Shaping Future Governments. The summit will bring thought leaders, global experts and decision makers from around the globe to share and contribute to the developments of tools, policies and models that are essential in shaping future governments. Its 2022 meeting opened with British journalist and CNN Abu Dhabi-based anchor Becky Anderson asking, "Are we ready for a new world order?" We are certainly living in a unique age of uncertainty and volatility in global affairs, she said, referring to the twilight zone that was the pandemic.
World Government Summit here at Dubai Expo 2020. And the title of this session, are we ready for a new world order? Are we ready for a new world order?
The provocative title of the panel that led off the ambitiously named World Government Summit was framed to suggest that a new global order is emerging and the world is not ready for it. President Biden, a new world order, and we've got to lead it, he said. At an earlier meeting this month in Washington of the Business Roundtable lobbying organization, President Biden used the term New World Order as he discussed the Russian invasion of Ukraine and major changes taking place globally.
60 million people died between 1900 and 1946. And since then, we established a liberal world order, and that hadn't happened in a long while. A lot of people dying, but nowhere near the chaos. And now is a time when things are shifting. There's going to be a new world order out there, and we've got to lead it. And we've got to unite the rest of the free world in doing it.
Biden said, now is a time when things are shifting. There's going to be a new world order out there, and we've got to lead it. And we've got to unite the rest of the free world in doing it. Back then, the talks about the New World Order are said to be a hoax and the gray area of conspiracy. But it's no longer a conspiracy. All of a sudden, the world is using the term New World Order because they know their agenda is almost complete and ready to be made public. Economist and former U.S. presidential advisor Pippa Malmgreen talks about one world economic structure is coming, which is to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new accounting is what we call blockchain. Blockchain, it means digital. It means having almost perfect record of every single transactions that happen in the economy.
And what we're seeing in the world today, I think, is we are on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new accounting is what we call blockchain. It means digital. It means having a almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy.
Blockchains are best known for their crucial role in cryptocurrency system, such as Bitcoin, for maintaining a secure and decentralized record of transactions. The truth is, friends, they are watching you. Every move, every transaction leaning towards new economic structure. Matthew 24, Jesus says that there will be wars and rumors of wars, famines and pestilences, for all these things will come to pass, but the end is not yet. Jesus prophesied all these signs of the times, and we are living in the time of its fulfillment. Number 1, wars. We are not going to witness the end of wars anytime soon, as China is planning to invade Taiwan. And will Israel attack Iran? Iran fire 16 ballistic missiles at mock Israeli nuclear site during Terrence War Games in the Gulf. Exactly what Jesus prophesied 2,000 years ago. Number 2, famines. Because of the oil ban sanction for Russia, crude oil has skyrocketed. And when oil is expensive, everything is expensive. And the threat for global food supply is here. Russian war against Ukraine in world's breadbasket may threaten global food supply. Pestilences. Variant after variant, the world is still suffering from C-19. Before Jesus returns, the rapidity and the severity of these signs will intensify. This is what Pope Francis is appealing years ago. Pope says the call for new economic order is needed. Francis called for a new world order in a book titled God and the World to Come. He described the new order as a shift from financial speculation, fossil fuels, and military buildup to a green economy based on inclusiveness. After the C-19, the Pope said in an excerpt of the book released by the Vatican, the world will never be the same again. So a new world economy, a new world order is necessary. Jesus also said in Matthew 24 verse 37, "But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be." Did Noah in the antediluvian world experience a climate change in the form of a great flood? The answer is yes. These so-called natural disasters are just symptoms of the problem because the root is the sinfulness of humanity. God wanted the people to rely on His government and to scatter. But after the flood, you will notice in Scripture the arise of Nimrod, a mighty hunter. And because of the cataclysmic flood universally experienced, Nimrod decided to build a tower. A tower is the peak, or another word for it is peak of the mountain, or to build a summit. Genesis 11 verse 4. God's covenant was clear. He will never destroy the world with a flood, but the Babel builders think, let us make a tower just in case. And the Tower of Babel is where we find the origin of sun worship. Like in the time of Nimrod, who is the mightiest and most influential person today? It's none other than the papacy, a modern-day Nimrod that seeks to establish a new world order whose kingdom the book of Revelation calls Mother Babylon. The Pope is building a modern Tower of Babel as we speak. How? Francis said that this world will be healed, I quote, by building a new world order based on solidarity. He charged that the perverse global economic system keeps the poor on the margins while enriching the few. We need a new world order. The Pope is working hard to unite all the nations in the world. For example, in UAE, United Arab Emirates, you have the Abrahamic family house of worship is a combination of religions of Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. They built an Abrahamic house that is set to be open to the public 2022, but there are some belief restrictions such as Muslims are prohibited to accept Jesus. Abrahamia is just Babylon. Abrahamia is a religion which has no scriptural basis. For the whole story, kindly watch my other video, Abrahamia is Coming. Independent.co.uk say, we in the Great Ark should heed the Pope's warning on the environment. We should see the encyclical, which is the Laudato Si, as a message of hope. We can tackle climate change effectively, and in so doing, we will improve the lives of all people. We are all journeying together on a great ark. Wavel Ramkalawan, president of Seychelles, discusses the importance of shaping future governments and the future of humanity, said, whether we like it or not, the new world order will dictate how things will go.
For example, this morning when the topic was on the new world order, this is something that will touch everybody, and we should all be involved in it. Because whether we like it or not, the new world order will dictate how things go. Because whether we like it or not, the new world order will dictate how things go.
But in the Bible, the ark does not represent the Laudato Si or any other new world agenda. The ark represents salvation, which is in essence Jesus Christ, our only place of safety, and placing our faith in God's instruction. So as Noah's family entered the ark, we must spiritually enter the ark of the covenant. How? By obedience to God's law, because of love for Jesus Christ. As He plainly says in John 14 verse 15, if you love me, keep my commandments. God never destroys a civilization without a warning. There was a solemn warning before the flood, before the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, and Jeremiah warned the people about the Babylonian invasion. Just as God called Abraham out of the Chaldees, which is Babylon, so as God's people will be called out of Mother Babylon in the final days. Revelation 18 verse 4, come out of her, my people. Kindly type in the comment section, only Jesus can set me free. Let us call people out of Babylon, friends, and may we all continue to seek truth in Bible prophecy.